silent.
All right, welcome to the Black Owned Elite podcast, your weekly journey into the world of business psychology. I am your host, Dr. Marcia Skinner. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell notification so you'll be alerted when we do these Wedding Wednesdays every Wednesday with a different elite Black owned wedding professional. Today we are diving into the secrets of starting your own jewelry company. And we have a very special guest today. Our guest has had her jewelry featured in Vogue, in Essence Magazine, in People Magazine, Black Bride, Be Collective, and even Good Morning America, y'all. So, she's a foodie. She's obsessed with Harry Potter and loves country music. That I totally didn't know about you. So I love it. I love it. Love it. So, quick question before we get started. Like, how did the country music happen? Harry Potter I like too, so I totally understand. But country music?
Um, I can't really say how it happened. It was just one of those things that I started hearing it, liking it more and more, and I prefer that over any other genre of music. I like other genres, of course, but if I had to choose, I'll listen to the country music station all day.
Oh, okay. All right. No problem there. And I did not even give everyone your name. So this is Krista Riddle, the owner of LaVie Bridal.
Yes.
So, welcome, Crystal. For everybody, this is live. So, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop your comments in the comment box and we will answer your questions. So, let's jump right in. So, how did you say, okay, let me start a bridal jewelry slash fashion jewelry company? How did this happen? Because I know for everybody who doesn't know, Crystal also is a wedding planner in charge of HED events. So I'm like, okay, I know Crystal does weddings and planning. And then all of a sudden there was jewelry. So how did that happen?
So originally, I was looking for pieces for my clients. There wasn't really many pieces that I could find that fit the style that they like.
Mm-hmm.
So as I went to search for it, it was only supposed to be jewelry exclusive to my clients as a baiting tool to pull clients in because they couldn't find things that they wanted.
Okay.
Well, little did I know other people needed the same thing, and I opened my big mouth one day to Touch of Jewel out of Texas and discovered that I didn't have a website that would go along with what would probably happen after she did her pandemic wedding giveaway. So
Okay.
I had to develop a site, do all the research, find all the pieces, make sure that it was the right quality. So it was just one of those pandemic pivots, basically. Like it was just a back to back to back to back thing, and the pandemic is what kind of pushed it to where it is now.
Oh, wow. So something beautiful came out of the pandemic, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay. So out of necessity you entered because your clients just couldn't find what they're looking for, right?
Correct.
So when you
Mhm.
said, okay, fine, let me do this for the masses, how what was the first thing that occurred to you that maybe you didn't know about jewelry? Was there anything in particular that you're like, whoa, I did not know that in trying to now source things?
Quantities that was needed, um, allergies that come along with certain metals, people who have certain allergies, not thinking I have holes in my ear, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody don't.
Yeah.
Um, and then the quality that comes behind what you may see one manufacturer have versus another, they look the same, but once the pieces get in your hand, there's something completely different.
Oh, wow.
So just trying to balance out what I would personally wear for myself if it was my big day or a special occasion or just fashion jewelry versus um what other companies may just give to somebody. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to
Mm.
be able to sell and provide the same level of quality that I would want to wear versus just giving clients anything and making the money off of it.
So, is there a way to know? Is there a way to, because you're saying you could order the same exact design from two different manufacturers and it comes, and obviously in person, one piece is lower quality than the other. Is there anything people can look for to be like, okay, no, that doesn't seem right?
The weight, the clarity of the stones, um, how does it react to liquids or water or whatever, because we tested a lot of different metals and a lot of different pieces from a lot of different manufacturers before we decided to move forward. We did a lot of research and development just to get to the place of being able to provide a superior product. So for us it was more about quality over quantity.
And for all those people listening, like, how did you know? Like, how did you know you needed to be testing all of this and putting it in water and all of that? Like, did you take a class? Did you, do YouTube University? How did you find that?
It was definitely more YouTube University. I didn't take a class. It's definitely all freelance. It's definitely trial and error. I bumped my head quite a few times. I've gotten taken advantage of by manufacturers before. I've lost money. I've made money. Overall, the journey has been amazing. I never expected for it to be what it is in such a short amount of time. I've
Mm-hmm.
never expected to be in so many publications or just to be noticed in public by certain people, or just I just wanted something for my clients that was beautiful and it matched the designers that they were wearing. I never could have imagined this at all. Like this is the furthest from what I thought I would be doing in 2023.
Wow. Okay. So some R&D to figure out, okay, there are different levels, but besides like actually ordering physical samples, is there anything like on their websites or anything that could give people clues, the manufacturers?
Are they promise they have a lot of like different promises and different specifications and things that they value in their core business and things like that. But even that could be, just what somebody put down. For me, I've learned that I can never just take what the core values are to my hands, testing it, seeing how fast shipping can be, if I have custom orders, how fast it can be produced, because most clients, we're in the day in the age of like making it happen real fast. So most people are fast. They want this, they want that. So say 2 to 3 day turnaround or a week turnaround, but some can't do that. And then we also have to factor in from so many manufacturers to Turkey, to China, um, maybe even the UK sometimes, and then now we're getting into India too. So there's different time frames of when shipping is and things like that. So they may put things on their website, but all the time you still need to test it because it could just be baiting tools to make you order from them versus what they can actually do.
Oh wow. Yeah. So basically you need to just order samples because you really can't trust anything that the people have on their website. And then would you say, is there a certain amount of samples? Like you need to be ordering from like 10-ish companies before you can really understand what's out there? Is there any clues or any good rule of thumb to follow?
Correct.
We're having a little bit of a delay with your audio, I think.
For me, I would say start off ordering from, well, do the research, see
Mm-hmm.
who you like before you just go to order, and see if they have any reviews about quality, if they have anything out there where you can see what other people have ordered, things like that. Say that one more time.
No, I was saying there's a little delay in like what I'm saying and then your answers. So Go ahead. Like,
Did you
look at
say something about
reviews. You're
audio?
saying, look at anything else you can find about the people online, and then what else?
I think we're delayed. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. But yes, and then from there, I would pick the top 4 or 5 manufacturers that I like, order from them, compare those things, and then go from there. And then if you like those, start there and then still do more research and development on other manufacturers and then, make your choices. But the research and development never stop because clients want more things, people want more custom items. So there's a lot more with research.
Okay. And so, should you have like multiple manufacturers, or do you like find one that's really good and like stick with them? Like, what would your advice be on that?
I use multiple manufacturers because every manufacturer won't have everything that you need or what you're looking for because all your clients aren't the same. They have different tastes, different styles, especially when you're dealing with fashion,
Mm-hmm.
bridal, anything like that. You need multiple styles because each client or each, customer is going to be different. So you want to have a variety, but you definitely want to keep the quality high. Never, you know, cheapen the quality. Always stay high on quality, um, if you can. That's the one thing that I would say stay consistent with. The quality is the key. Like quality, 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 because it's but definitely multiple manufacturers.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So you go, you do your research, you find some manufacturers, you get in some pieces. Now what? How do you get this jewelry out there so that you can be in Vogue and Munalucci and Be Collective and places like that?
In my particular situation, I was blessed by a group of trusted professionals that are already in the industry that knew me
Mm-hmm.
from the wedding side, and they supported me blindly. Um, if anybody goes on the website, and we'll make sure that everybody gets that before we close out, there's something that's called the planner collection. Within that planner collection is every individual trusted me blindly and supported me from me, gave me encouragement. They saw the vision surpass what I saw and where it could go. That
Mm-hmm.
was my way of honoring them. So they'll always be a part of the company. So for me, I had great people around me from already being in the wedding industry.
Mm-hmm.
But for anybody else, I would definitely say find a way to build a list and put out there what you're doing, do some testing, probably do some mock um what are they called? Like photography sessions, just
Style
partnering
shoots.
with people that align with the industry that you're in or that you're doing that can use what you have, that can get you the pictures and the content you need to market. Never be afraid to give out to get you where you need to be in order to market because branding and marketing is a big budget. And
Mm-hmm.
if you have people that can help you just by you coming out your pocket, what it costs you, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with giving if it benefits you. The only time you don't do that is when it's no longer benefiting you, it's
Absolutely.
hurting you. If it's
Mm-hmm.
not hurting you, by all means. I've gotten more from what I've given than what I've sold.
Okay. Do you have a story about that in particular?
Every feature that I've been in. Almost. It wasn't so much about making the money from that particular situation. It was more so about aligning myself with the right people in order to be in the right place for my to be shown on those platforms. So, one huge partnership that I deal with is Vainglorious Brides, who's a bridal international celebrity bridal stylist based out
Mm-hmm.
of Atlanta and up north to either big time celebrities, big time weddings, or big time features. And that's just
Okay.
one partnership that off the top of my head.
Okay, I love it. I love it. And yes, I know a lot of people don't think about it, but especially for jewelry, the pictures are paramount, and it's harder to take pictures of jewelry than you think. So, like collabing with some photographers, donating jewelry pieces so they could do some styled shoots real quick so that you could get those awesome pictures on somebody already styled. The person has makeup, the person has gorgeous clothes on. If it's not wedding, just like normal fashion
Yes.
type things is priceless. That I do. I definitely concur with you on that
Yes.
one. And it's not necessarily giving it away because they don't necessarily keep the jewelry, right? It's just okay, you're donating it for the shoot and then you would get it back. But yes, love it. So, when you go and you pick
Correct.
pieces, like how do you go about, because I mean jewelry's endless. There's a million different tiaras, there's a
Correct.
million
Correct.
different everything, right? So how do you go about saying, okay, this is a piece I want to
Yes.
carry?
I researched the bridal designs and I look at in fashion, I look at color, at what's at fashion week, I look at home design magazines. I look at different things that it doesn't always factor into the
Mm-hmm.
industry I'm in, but will affect the industry I'm in at some point in time. So by doing that, it allows me to pick pieces that I know will accessorize whatever is going on more so than overshadow. Because we always want our pieces to complement
Mm-hmm.
and not overshadow, unless we have a gaudy bride that just wants it all out or a gaudy client that wants it all out. But outside of that, it's more so researching what's going to affect my industry,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also outside of my industry. Excuse me.
Okay. My next question was about marketing, and you already kind of touched on that in kind of building strategic, I guess, partnerships with certain people. For the people who don't already have like these, I guess, connections, right? Or know people, like they're brand new, they haven't been working in the wedding industry or what have you, or they just starting a regular jewelry company. Do you have any ideas or suggestions on some stuff they could do to approach, or the types of people they may want to look to create partnerships with?
Okay. Um, Before we get to the people, I'm gonna say possibly starting a blog about
Mm-hmm.
jewelry and things like that to gain insight and followers to start a list that will be for who are looking for what you have. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people love Pinterest, so Pinterest is a great asset for that, and it can be linked to so many different things. As far as people to connect with, some of the best people to connect with are planners offering them discounts, um, bridal salons who don't offer jewelry themselves,
Mm-hmm.
or companies who don't offer jewelry themselves but want to carry it. Um, Shoot, just connecting with hairstylists even and makeup
Mm-hmm.
artists or anybody who can directly connect you with your client who already has the client base are the people you want to talk to. my number one rule is all they can say is no. Never be
That's true.
afraid to open up and say to them, "Hey, I have this going on. I have this product. How do you feel about it? I would love to, introduce it to you so you can introduce it to your clients. We can partner together, going that route." Again, all they can say is no, and you
Exactly.
move on to the next person. And you never know who's in your network of people that may be willing to push you, who already understands the level of marketing and branding.
Awesome. Like I totally feel that, and what you just said is huge for not even just jewelry business. It's business period, right? Because one thing I think that people don't realize when they decide they're going to be an entrepreneur is that you kind of have to be bold and be so good with no, because if you are to hustle and to
Yes, you
push your
do.
stuff out there, you do have to approach people. And yes, some people are going to say no. They're going to say no, but you really have to adapt, I guess, the Gary Vee mentality, right? Like,
Mhm.
oh no, well, I went to two bridal shops and they said no, so
Mhm.
Gary would tell you, how many bridal shops are in your city? Three, 400. Did you go to all of them? Okay, outside your city, did you email the ones in the next city
Correct.
over an hour? All the ones in your
Correct.
state? Like, that's really what it takes.
Right. I mean, let's go surpass the state. You can ship things anywhere. You can drop ship things anywhere. You put together a portfolio or catalog or wholesale or whatever, and you introduce how you can make them money in yourself, like how you can benefit their brand and take it to another level. I think that's really what it's about, helping them understand how your brand aligns with their brand and how you can make it better than what it is already.
Exactly, and I think that is exactly why you kind of have to figure out your brand message and identity, right? Because you have to make sure whatever you're pushing, the
Correct.
image you're creating, is going to align with these other people's brands. So if you're looking for super high end planners, but you're marketing as a quick, throw it away type, oh, just don't spend any money and you could throw it away later company, that might not be aligned too well, right?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So in putting your company up, how did you say, okay, I'm going to be this type of brand? Like, how did you come to that conclusion? Was it just because it aligned already with your other company in the industry and you knew you wanted to do higher end quality? Like, how did you figure out what was going to be different about LaVie?
It was because I already had a client base that wanted something superior, and they spent good money when it came to their bridal gowns and the fashion, and I wanted it to complement well. And then it's just for myself personally, I wanted to provide something with great quality, and great quality isn't cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of me taking the route where I can make a ton of money on low quality, um, tons of customers, I would rather have less customers, better quality, charge a better price,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no issues with um, how the clients feel about their
Okay.
pieces. Most times, having them for ever, um, and being able to back that.
Do you
It
have
all
like
comes
for
down to me, what just what I want, just what I want. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's what it is, too. Like, everybody can tell you, oh, do this or that, but really your brand has to align with you, or at least it needs to align with your ideal client. But for a lot of people, it's hard to build a brand that you
Correct.
don't really align with, because you're not going to be as passionate about it. You're going to kind of skew back towards the message that aligns more with you. So you really, when building a brand, should build something that you actually like, even though you don't have to. If you're one of those people who are very disciplined, then you might be able to make it work. But usually when the brand aligns with you personally, it works out a little better.
Correct. Correct.
Awesome. So are there any like tools or resources for people starting out that you would say, okay, please, like, yeah, you ordered the jewelry, then go get this and this resource or tool to keep yourself aligned?
For me, I can't say that there's a major resource. I know to keep myself on, myself educated. use YouTube University a lot. I'm avid Canva user. Um, I kind of seek out education and resources from other avenues,
Mm-hmm.
like regular just business acronyms and business gurus, and implementing it into my business. And then I also look at other industry, but other lines that attach, just to keep me at a place where I'm staying in the know. Because the minute you start educating yourself, or the minute you feel like you've learned enough,
Mm-hmm.
you might as well quit whatever you're doing. So my resources keep going, but there's no specific. I'm really a freelancer, go as I learn type of situation.
Awesome,
That's the
awesome.
advice,
Yes.
but it's
Yes, keep
working
learning.
for
But
me.
yeah, keep learning is excellent, excellent advice. And like when you're going to the workshops or learning from whoever, you'll then come across things or tools that a lot of people do recommend that maybe helps track the inventory. Or like you were saying, Canva. Canva's a tool. Instead of paying all the money for other people to like do all the branding and Instagram posts and all of that, you save the money, you learn Canva, you do it yourself. So I totally understand that.
Hmm.
Totally understand. So, let's see. So, do you have any memorable success or tribulation stories in starting this jewelry company that you want to leave us with?
Um, it completely changed my life for the better. I mean, the people that I met, um, the things that I've learned, the things that I've come across, I never would have imagined even touching those things. Aligning myself with those brands, putting myself in a position to want to take jewelry further. I look at jewelry so different now. I see jewelry different now. I watch more shows about jewelry, or things that align with jewelry. I want to get to a point where we start doing wedding bands,
Mm.
and it becoming things that are a lifetime
Mm-hmm.
for our clients, and what we do. We got into the memorabilia jewelry to where, everybody loses somebody sometimes, and
Mm-hmm.
we want to make sure that is a beautiful way to keep those people close to you. This jewelry business has changed the way I do business. To be honest with you, you never know what God has for you. It's the best thing that I can say.
You don't. You
At your
absolutely
own
do
way.
not. All right. So, what would be your closing words for those thinking, oh, well, maybe I will, maybe I won't? Any last sage advice for anyone? And just so y'all all know, if you do want to check out Crystal's jewelry, this is her website, LaVieBridal.com, or that co, sorry. And then you can go and check out all her pieces there if you happen to be a bride wanting some awesome high caliber bridal jewelry for your special day, or if you're going to any kind of gala. I mean, it really doesn't have to be for just bridal. And I think in discussing this with Crystal before, she was saying like she wanted it to
No,
be
that's
okay, you wear
okay.
it on your wedding day, but if you have a gala to go to next year, you can pop it out and wear it again because it's not going to be falling apart after you wear it on that one day.
Correct.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Crystal, for joining us today.
Correct.
Each, each and every
Correct.
Wednesday, we are
That's
going to
absolutely
be.
correct.
Go ahead.
For anybody who's thinking about entering into the industry, whether it's uh,
No, I think you're delaying,
bridal
so I'm not
jewelry
hearing you
or
until you start.
high fashion jewelry or any type of jewelry, I would say don't let anything stop you. My door is always open. You can DM me, email me, call me for any kind of advice, assistance, or help. I know it's hard for me. I know it was hard for me, but it's not. I don't want to be hard for anybody else. So I'm here. I'm open. Um, I figured that out. I just figured that out.
And Crystal is not playing when she said she's like open. Like you really can email her and text her, hit her up on Instagram or on her website that we just popped up, laviebridal.co. And she'll give you the goods. She
Is
will
there
give
a
you the
way to
goods.
tell who was the first person into the live today?
No, there isn't. I just see 226 people watching, but I can't see who they are unless they say something. Yes. So thank you everyone for joining us today. And if you have any questions, like Crystal said, she offered. I mean, y'all take when people offer, take them up on their offer. But every Wednesday we will be having Wedding Wednesdays with a different wedding industry professional on Black Owned Elite. You can also check out Crystal's profile on blackownedelite.com because we're striving to create a directory of elite Black owned professionals that you can
Yes, I will.
trust.
I'm an open book.
Yes, yes, she absolutely will. So go there if you know any black
Okay.
owned businesses that would
Okay.
like to join, submit their
I was hoping
names.
to know who that person was.
What did you say? I didn't hear you. I'm trying to see. All right. I'm hoping we've caught all that up. But like and subscribe for Wedding Wednesdays, and also I'm going to be turning these podcasts into audio only. So then, if you're wanting to listen, you can listen without the lag and the video as well. So thank you, Crystal, for joining us today on Wedding Wednesdays. I look forward to speaking to you otherwise, and y'all please go check out Crystal LaVieBridal.co. Thanks so much, y'all.
I'm here, but I think it's just it's really delayed.
Yeah, yeah, it is.